Attorneys actually are not able to limit their liability. If we make a mistake in our practice, we are 100% on the hook for that personally. So for many attorneys, they wonder, why bother? Why go to the expense or the trouble? Well, there's a number of situations in which it makes sense to go ahead and form a corporation, which for solo attorney, you really only have a choice between a sole proprietorship and a professional corporation. So one of the reasons, or the first that often comes along, is when you decide to hire your first employee. When you start hiring employees, you start putting yourself at risk for employee lawsuits. And your employees, like your clients, can go after your personal assets if you are not a corporation. However, if you're a corporation, you have that shield of protection from employee lawsuits, from other potential creditors and debtors if you have signed a lease or entered other contracts. And so while we can't limit our professional liability, we can limit other liability. The second really great reason that we form corporations is for tax savings. As a sole proprietor, we are subject to the full force of income taxes and self-employment taxes. When we form a corporation, we're able to save on those self-employment taxes by taking some of our profit and channeling that into wages, and the rest of the profit pulling through our company as distributions. Wages are subject to that self-employment tax at 15.3%, but the distributions are only subject to income tax. And there we can get some significant tax savings for us in our corporations. If you are more than one attorney coming together to practice law in a group setting, then you have some other choices. You can be a general partnership, or you can be a limited liability partnership, or you can be a professional corporation. What I do with my clients is sit down and look at what their goals are relative to practicing in a group and help them decide which of those options to go with. In general, one, as a practicing attorney, doesn't necessarily need to form this corporation or formal partnership until they reach a certain profit level. And at that point, then the tax savings outweigh any of the costs associated with taking the measures to form the legal business entity. Also, when you're practicing with other people, you have potential for liability among the partners, and we can limit some of that with our business entity as well. But for the most part, we're looking at attorneys who've been in practice a year, two, or more, and already have that stability and have some significant business generation that is yielding them profits, and thereby large tax bills that they want to try to minimize. If you are a solo or small firm attorney and you would like to explore the opportunity to save on your taxes for this year, I offer a free 20-minute consultation, and you can sign up for that right on my website.